How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the channel. My name is Carlos, and yeah, if you are new here, we like to play with paint. So in this video, we're going to be doing another modified strainer Dutch pour thingy. I say that because I don't really know what the hell it's called, but yeah, we're gonna just get down and have some fun. Obviously, I'm gonna be using my premix paints, ready mix, premix, whatever these things are called by Artist Loft. And yeah, we're gonna be using a small 8x10 canvas, seeing that I got a bunch of them. And yeah, we're gonna see what happens. But before we do all that, I gotta find my little strainers, so I'll be right back. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. So when I meant modified strainer Dutch pour, again, I'm just taking words and putting them all together to make a funky sentence. We are going to be making a strainer, and when I say making a strainer, okay, so you know how we have like those sink strainers that have a bunch of like those openings and holes? Too many holes, too many openings. So I'm gonna try to attempt to make my own little strainer by using these little applesauce little cups. And yeah, well, I'm just gonna grab some pliers, my torch, heat that up, and pop some holes. Try to, you know, keep them evenly spaced around, and yeah, use that as a strainer. So with all that being said, I'm not gonna bore you with that process. I'm just gonna speed it up, or maybe in edit just kind of cut it all out. So I'll be right back. But before we do all that, we need safety. Ooh, ooh. Oh, never mind. Okay. Probably shouldn't even record any of this. I probably should just do this and then. Anyways, whatever. We're already recording, ladies and gentlemen. Let's hope my battery don't die. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. I was gonna make two, but I decided to just make one. So it's gonna be a, I don't know what size this would be. Maybe it's like 3 or 4 ounce little applesauce cup that I'm going to use and place that one in the center. And then I have these 2 little mini shot glass solo cups that I also did a couple holes in, and I'm going to do them in a diagonal. Once I point the camera down, you'll see what I'm talking about. And I am going to also stagger the lines so where they're not coming out identically, so they're just gonna kind of be doing their own thing. So let's jump into it, ladies and gentlemen. I'll see you in a second. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, here we are. We have our 8x10 canvas. We have our little applesauce cup that we're gonna have right there somewhere in the middle. Each one of these cups has only 4 holes in it, so instead of it being so with so many like little tentacles or starburst, sunburst, whatever you want to call them, it's just going to be, you know, north, south, east, and west, depending on the orientation of the cup. You know what I mean? Like northeast, southwest, north, you know, whatever. You get the idea. And I did the same with these 2 little cups. So the idea here is that I am going to maybe keep the big center cup north, south, east, and west, and then do these 2 smaller cups at angles. So instead of it coming straight up and out, they're gonna come out in these little, I don't know, we'll see. Trying to keep it in a diagonal line so we can see if we, well, I'm pretty sure we will retain some negative space. So without making this a super long video, I'm gonna stop talking. I'm just gonna jump in here and start pouring some paint. So we got our pre-mixed, well, obviously this is pre-mixed because I pre-mixed it, but this is a Floetrol water and flow acrylic paint, thinned down to a nice watery consistency. Not too watery, but you know what I mean. I'm gonna spread some of that around, upside down. You too. I would. All right, so now we're gonna pop some of these bubbles. Touch up a couple of those little spots, and we're gonna start with our cups. Where is our cups? All right, so said this one was going to be north, south, east, and west. And then these are going to be angled off, just like so. So these, obviously, because they're so close to the edges, probably won't be as big. Maybe, you know, I don't know, a sixth or an eighth of the size of the whatever, the canvas. And then this one, seeing that it's only going to be right here in the center, you know, hoping that we can retain some negative space. Blah blah blah. Quit making me talk, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. I'm gonna fill up the bottom, make sure there's paints enough to go around to all 4 of these cups, being careful not to drip. Just like that. See what happens when you're not careful? Very cool. So for sure we're getting some crazy blending on this side, and then it's almost like each individual hole is doing its own thing. Where here we have like a bunch of like little ribbons of color, some blending. Here we got, well, they're all blending, but yeah. So we're gonna add a little bit more color to the end of this blue. Was not expecting these to be as big as they get, but that's what happens when you just kind of pour paint into these things. But I'm digging it. So these 2 little ones are pretty close to being empty. I'm going to gently break the seal, try not to drop too much paint under them, pop them off. This one's gonna be a funky one. This one still got a little bit of paint inside it. Alright. Take our trusty little straw. So obviously we have some areas where it's already blown over, but we're going to see if we can't, you know, maybe play with some of these, for sure some of these edges right here and some of these right here and here. I am not gonna say anything. I'm gonna say I like it, but I'm not gonna say I like it because it looks funky. But no, I'm gonna change it anyway. So ladies and gentlemen, don't kill me if I mess this up. See, now would be a good time for that lazy Susan, because I want to move it, but I don't want to touch it. Alright, we're just going to have to make it work. Alright, so I have paint on my hands, and I have a hat on. So I'm going to end up getting in y'all's way, so apologies. Flip the hat backwards. Oui. Yeah, I want to mix more of that blue, and that blue is almost gone. I cannot believe it. I cannot believe it. It's alright, we'll find it. Come here, blue. There's some blue right there. Yes. I dig it. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not going to mess with it anymore. I'm just going to call this good. And yeah, I'm going to bring you in for a close-up and we'll go from there. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, here we have our wild flowers from Hawaii. No? Maybe? Some tropical flowers, maybe? No? I don't know. Whatever. I dig it. That looks cool. It's got the right amount of blending with the yellow and the red. Some shades of blue that decided to kind of hide from us, and some cool blending of, like, a little bit of blending of all three colors right here, and then obviously some of the white that was sitting under the cups give it a nice little separation. But I dig it, except for that reflection of that light right there. So we're gonna stand on this side. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Yeah, for those of you that are new, let me know where you guys are watching from. I always like to know where, you know, these people, where you guys are basically located. Now, I'm just curious. You don't have to say what city or whatever, just what part of the world, you know, if you're in whatever country. So yeah, if you enjoyed the video, give it a like. If you'd like to see more of this funkiness, make sure to hit that subscribe button. And for those of you that are already subscribed and are wondering, hey, why am I not getting your videos, make sure you hit that bell. It's the only way it's gonna happen. And for those of you that still don't know about the whole Copa thing, you better look it up. It's going to change the whole face of YouTube. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys for watching, and I will talk to you guys in the next one. Hasta la bye bye.